It is an honor to be with each and every one of you. And I would actually like to dedicate my toast to my grandfather. He was born in South Carolina. And when he was just a toddler, it was actually the Ku Klux Klan that ran him and the rest of my family out of this country. And while much of my family always pledged to never come back to this country, my grandfather always said he wanted to, and he pledged that he would because, you know, I say in all of his humility, he always said this country would be incomplete without me. And he came back to the United States. He went to a historically black college and university, Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. And he became an ordained minister, just like his father. And the thing that always hit me about my grandfather was this was a person who had a thick Jamaican accent his entire life. And he was maybe the most patriotic American I've ever met. He loved this country with everything in him. He loved what it stood for, and he always knew this country was worth fighting for. And when I look around the room tonight, what I see are people who are like my grandfather, people who are true patriots, many people who may not have been born in this country, but take as much vested interest in the future of this country as anybody else. Many people who, like myself, who some of the earliest memories that you might have of this country were of the unevenness and the brokenness of this country, but still have decided to devote your life to making it better and making sure that this country lives up to its most beautiful ideals. That there are many people in this room who are our TIME 100 Next honorees who didn't ever expect to be honored, might not even known what that was, but are standing here as people who are being recognized because the contributions that you are making to our society are not just important, but they're necessary. Because you all are the things and you all the ones who truly are helping to make this country worth fighting for. And I know for a lot of people that this is very complicated because the history of this country is complicated. That I'm standing here as someone who felt handcuffs on my wrist by the time I was 11 years old because I grew up in a community that was over-policed and we knew it. That I'm a person who watched my father die in front of me when I was 3 years old because he didn't get the health care he needed. But I'm also standing here as the 63rd governor of my state and the first black governor in the history of the state of Maryland. So I know I am standing here in a room of people who have had the opportunity to see America at its worst, but also who still fight for the opportunity to see America at its best. That fundamentally is what this country is all about, is that there is a healing balm of American democracy. There is a healing balm of this society that we all now call home, and a society that we are all worth fighting for. And while many of us might still feel very skeptical about our institutions, the thing that we ask is that skepticism become our companion, but not our captors. That we're willing to fight for the hopes and the aspiration and that this country can be what it is that we hope it could be. A place that sees all of us and a place that supports all of us. And so, I'd like to raise a glass to my grandfather. I'd like to raise a glass to this entire TIME 100 Next cohort. And I'd like to raise a glass to everybody who understands that this country is worth fighting for, and we will fight to make it better. So, cheers, bless you, and thank you for all you all continue to do. Thank you so much. Cheers.